If your business is stuck and you're not getting the people that you need to in your business, you don't have a strategy problem. You have an evangelist problem. And I'll explain more coming up next. Hey girl, hey, welcome to today's episode of the podcast. Hi, I'm Jeanette Peterson, daughter of the King, and today we're going to be talking about the evangelist. We're going through a Fivefold Ministry in the Marketplace series, and today we're going to be talking about the evangelist. So in Ephesians 4:11, it says, He gave some to be apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors, and teachers. And that's what we're going to be talking about. And this is talking about the grace of an evangelist, not their office or anything like that. Those are for a different video, and I'll link those up in the show notes and up there. But we're going to be talking about the eulangasias, which is the word that is in Greek, which is Strong's number 2099. And that means the bringer of the good news. When you think of an evangelist, you think of the person that was bringing the good news, the proclaimer, the one who was saying, oh my goodness, come here. This is the good news. This is the gospel. They are spreading the gospel, right? Okay, so when you're thinking about the gospel spreaders, they're the ones that carry the message. They're the ones that are opening up the gates so that way they can come in. They're like, look, this is what's happening. Come on in. Bring it in here. Hello, you guys need to come in. This is what's great. If you've ever seen an ad, that is basically what's happening. That's what's happening in those ads, is they are spreading their good news, right? They're telling you why you want to be a part of it. And when you think about brands like Adidas, I was looking at an Adidas label the other day, and it was basically like, we are going to create sustainable fashion. Okay, I didn't know that. When you think about brands like Subaru, they create adventure. They're not just here to get you from point A to B. They're talking about the adventure that you're going to have. They're selling that good news, that when you buy this car, you're going to have this experience. You're going to have this wonderful adventure. You're going to have dogs. You're not going to be a cat person. This is what they know about their target audience, right? And so when you're thinking about what it looked like in the Bible, because in the Bible and what you do in the marketplace are not divided. They're the same thing, just two different audiences. And sometimes it's the same audience. But you think about Philip. Philip was outside in the city of Samaria. He was talking about the Messiah. He was talking about what was happening. But he didn't come to build order. He wasn't the one sending all the letters to the Corinthians and the Ephesians. He didn't do that. He did not create the order. He said, come look. This is the good news. Come. You need to meet the Messiah. Come. That was his job. And we think that as business owners, we have to be the marketing arm. We have to find out all the AI tools. We have to do the automations. We have to do customer experience. We have to deliver the thing. But the Bible shows us that in the Fivefold Ministry, which is not unlike business, that we also need to have those 5 in our business, or have a grace on our life to do those things, or find somebody to partner with to have that grace. I've got a friend she has phenomenal grace on her life she has a phenomenal evangelical grace on her life. It doesn't matter what she says, what she sells. People are listening and they want what she has. And it's just how she's wired. It's just how she is. She gets excited about things. Other people get excited about them, and they want whatever she's selling, period. Is she good at creating websites? Not really. Is she good at creating experiences? Sometimes, but she'd rather just show up and do the thing. Is she good at doing the automations in her business? Absolutely no. That's why we're friends. Because I have an apostolic grace on my life and I build things. She's the one that's out there shouting to the rooftops, telling people what's happening. And because of that grace that she has on her life, it's so great that we get to partner together. We pay each other for different things because that's what a partnership does. And that's what she does. She opens the gates. She helps me open the gates to my services. She helps initiate the movement into my business. She helps activate that response from others. That's what they're graced for. That's what you need in your business. So what does an evangelist look like today? An evangelist today in the church looks like somebody that is trying to be on the communications team. They're doing social media. They are getting people in the doors. They are knocking on doors. They are doing those types of things. What does it look like in your business? It looks like your marketing strategist. It looks like the person that is going to make sure that your words are exactly what you're trying to portray. It's going to make sure that every visibility part of your business, every audience, every brand messaging is aligned with who you are and what you're doing, and that the right people hear it. They are that siren. That siren. When somebody with the evangelical grace on their lives starts talking, people just don't listen. They respond. They're like, oh, I need that. Oh, I should do that. Oh, I'm listening to this person because they know. They know what the good stuff is, and they will tell me if it's not good. So why do you need an evangelist in your business? Because they're going to help get people in the doors. It doesn't matter if you're the best kept secret if nobody knows about you. You need to find somebody in your business that can help you with your marketing, that can help you with getting your word out, that can help you with all the things. It doesn't matter how good your offer is. It doesn't matter what your price point is. It doesn't matter how good your systems are. It doesn't matter if you're the world's best kept secret and nobody knows you exist because your marketing message is not getting to the people who need to hear it. So you need to find an evangelist to partner with you in this. When they've got that evangelistic grace, things just go like that. So what does that look like in the context of your entire business infrastructure? They are in charge of visibility systems. They know visibility. They know how to get people in the door. They know YouTube strategy. Maybe they don't even need YouTube strategy and they get things because they've got that grace on their life. They know sales. They know how to get people to buy things. They know how to get people in the door. Do they always make people happy? Maybe not. But you know what they do know? They know what people need, and they know that people need you. They know people need you and what you're selling. Okay? So when they are selling things to people, they don't use manipulation as long as they're healthy. They don't use any of those tactics. They use purity from their heart because they know, and that's why people go to them, because people can see that in them. They see the purity in their heart and they're like, okay, Jenny is great. Jenny wants me to get this thing. I'm going to get this thing from Jenny. Are they good at sales? Yes, but it's also how they were created. Also how they're created. Their messaging is on point. They know how to talk to people. They know how to talk to different types of people. They know who this is for. They know who this is not. And they are very good at helping people move from inside the door, like looking in the door, to moving them inside the building of your business to work with you. They're good at the pass off. In fact, that's their favorite thing, is they want to meet the people that are outside the door and get them in the door, so then pass them off to somebody else. That's what they do. So when you have an evangelical grace on your life, or when you see somebody with an evangelical grace on their life, remind them of that. Help them develop their gift. Help them help you develop your gift. Because sometimes when you're in a room with somebody who has that kind of a grace on their life, you will become more evangelical yourself. You just start saying things like they say because it rubs off on you. And you're like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to bring people into my business. This is how I can see where she's telling me that my business does this. And I can just use those words because she sees things in a different way than I do, or he. Right? So let's go back to what the fivefold is. The apostles are in charge of systems and building things. Teachers are in charge of making sure that you understand things clearly. Prophets are in charge of hearing the word of God and bringing them down to earth and making sure that the timing is right and aligned with heaven. And pastors are the people who care for people. They are good at client management. They are good at peopling. And evangelists are good at getting people in the door and selling things. So if you are interested in even more of this, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and continue watching this series on the Fivefold Ministry in Business. And I'll see you guys all next week. Talk to you soon.